It has been rightly observed that the idea of the land as a theological concept has been largely overlooked by both Judaism and Christianity. Except for eschatological speculations concerning the return of Israel to the land, the whole concept of the land as presented in Scripture has been generally neglected. The reasons for this neglect might be variously evaluated, but unquestionably, the significance of the land as a theological idea needs fuller exploration. The concept of a land that belongs to God's people originated in paradise. This simple fact, so often overlooked, plays a critical role in evaluating the significance of the land throughout redemptive history and in its consummate fulfillment. Land did not begin to be theologically significant with the promise given to Abraham. Instead, the patriarch's hope of possessing a land arose out of the concept of restoration to the original state from which man had fallen. The original idea of land as paradise significantly shaped the expectations associated with redemption. As the place of blessedness arising from unbroken fellowship and communion with God, the land of paradise became the goal toward which redeemed humanity was returning. In speaking of Israel's land under the Old Covenant, it is necessary to think in categories of shadow, type, and prophecy, in contrast to reality, substance, and fulfillment under the New Covenant. These contrasting categories come to expression in various ways in the writings of the New Testament. Throughout Matthew's Gospel, significant events in the life of Jesus are explained as having occurred so that Old Covenant anticipations might be fulfilled. Matthew chapter 2, verses 15, 17, and 23, chapter 13, verses 14 and 35, chapter 26, verses 54 and 56, chapter 27, verse 9. John declares that God now tabernacles with his people in a way that far surpasses his dwelling with Israel in the days of their wilderness wandering. John chapter 1, verse 14. That the angels of God now ascend and descend on the Son of Man rather than on Jacob's visionary ladder. John chapter 1, verse 51. That the lifting up of the Son of God supersedes the lifting up of the serpent in the wilderness. John chapter 3, verse 14. And that the manna from heaven given by Moses has been transformed into living bread given by Christ. John chapter 6, verses 49 through 51. Paul speaks of the religious festivals of the Old Covenant as a shadow of the things that were to come, Colossians chapter 2, verse 17, and the events of Israel's redemptive history as types for believers during the New Covenant age, 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 6. All these authors of New Covenant documents develop a significant aspect of their theology by contrasting Old Covenant shadows with New Covenant realities.